On the news tonight, former AGF Malami's son, one other remanded to Kuje Correctional Facility. Kebbi State government says blast at General Hospital caused by fire, not bomb. On the foreign scene, UAE to pull remaining forces from Yemen in crisis with Saudi Arabia. Good evening. This is Spring News at 7 on Western Spring Television. I am Femi Ojo. The Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has ordered the remand of former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami SAN, his son Abdulaziz Malami, and Bashir Asabe at the Kuje Correctional Facility pending the hearing of their bail application. Ruling on an oral bail application made by the Defendant's Counsel, Justice Emeka Nwite, stated that granting the bail request at this stage would amount to an ambush, as the defense team had already submitted a written bail application. After the defendants pleaded not guilty to the 16-count charges related to alleged corruption, Justice Nwite adjourned the matter to January 2, 2026 for the hearing of the bail application. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) had brought a 16-count charge against Abubakar Malami, his son Abubakar Abdulaziz Malami, and their associate Hajia Bashir Asabe. The charges include large-scale money laundering and the illegal acquisition of properties worth over 8.7 billion naira. Meanwhile, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has arraigned the Bauchi State Commissioner for Finance, Yakubu Adamu, before the Federal High Court sitting in Maitama, Abuja over alleged money laundering involving 5.79 billion naira. According to a post on the agency's X account today, Adamu was arraigned alongside AAB Agro Product and Freight Company Limited on a 6-count charge bordering on money laundering. After the charges were read, Adamu pleaded not guilty to all counts. And turning to politics, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, says the people of Rivers State will not repeat what he described as a leadership mistake in 2027. The minister made the remark during a thank you visit to the people of Kana in Bori, Kana local government area today. Although the minister in his address noted that the visit was not political, he stated that the people would drive out those who were previously given the chance at leadership but failed to show appreciation. Although Wike did not mention Governor Sim Fubarat by name, it will be recalled that both men have been locked in the power struggle for control of the state's political structure, which culminated in Fubarat's suspension and the presidential declaration of a state of emergency in the state that ended in September 2025. On Monday, the minister, during his end-of-the-year media parley, said the governor's support for President Bola Tinubu following his defection to the All Progressives Congress did not automatically guarantee his second-term ticket.
Nobody told me. But people will go and play politics, and I have said, no amount of conspiracy, no amount of telling lies will give anybody ticket. If you like, tell all kinds of lies you want to tell. Say all kinds of things against me. It is not a guarantee for ticket. We have made mistakes before. We will continue to make mistakes. We will continue to make mistakes. And what they now do in Abuja, they will come to River State. Enough is enough of Wike. They collect. This Wike staff won't do too much. They collect. Wike cannot see president again. They collect. If they can collect as much as they can collect, it will not give anybody ticket. If you're a politician, you cannot keep the agreement. There's something fundamentally wrong with you. Agreement is not only written. Agreement can be gentlemanly. if you like, do the whole projects in this world, and people cannot trust you. People don't have confidence in you. All those things are gone. Because in life, if people do not have confidence in you, if people don't trust you, there's nothing you can do. So, for me, is to say thank you. That's why I came here. Ordinarily, if I was ungrateful, I won't come. As after all, the ones you have done for other people, have they come? Because we are not ungrateful.
In a year of dramatic realignment and profound upheaval, Nigeria's political landscape in 2025 was reshaped by a sweeping gale of defections that decimated the main opposition, internal party crisis that turned allies into adversaries, and tragic violence sparked by local power struggles. All set against a backdrop of high-profile resignations, suspensions, and the passing of iconic national figures. Toby Sanusi details some of the defining political moments of the year.
In Nigeria witnessed major events that shaped the polity, beginning in Lagos State, where the Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, was impeached over allegations bordering on high-handedness and corruption, a development that saw his deputy, Mojisola Miranda, elected as the first female Speaker, only to later resign for Mr. Obasa's reinstatement.
That I will be faithful as the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly.
So as you can see me, I'm lively, I continue to enjoy myself, I'm not disturbed, I'm not packed up, and I'm not worried.
Mrs. Miranda's resignation sparked emotional scenes at the Lagos State House of Assembly, where some lawmakers paid tribute to her leadership.
At this point, I take a bow as your Speaker, and I step down as your Speaker of this great House.
But Speaker, can I let us talk first?
I just sit. Honorable Sheyi Lawal.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I think you've made history as the first Speaker of this Lagos State House of Assembly. First female Speaker of this Lagos State House of Assembly.
In February, local government crisis continued in Osun State as 5 people were reportedly killed and many others injured as power struggle over the control of local government secretariats between the All Progressives Congress APC and the People's Democratic Party PDP turned deadly, sparking panic and tension across the state. That lingering crisis soon snowballed into the eventual lockdown of all the local government secretariats after the Osun State Independent Electoral Commission, OSIEC, conducted local government election where the PDP had a clean sweep. In Rivers State, the political turmoil that has so far gripped the oil-rich state intensified as President Bola Tinubu suspended the governor, Siminala Ifubara, and declared a state of emergency for 6 months, appointing Ibokete Ibas as sole administrator.
It has become inevitably compelling for me to invoke the provision of the Section 305 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State with effect from today, 18th March, year 2025.
The state was further plunged into protracted political crisis following the supremacy battle between Governor Fubara and his godfather and Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, who is the leader of the political structure that produced him as governor. The governor, however, returned from the suspension, announcing his defection from the PDP to the APC alongside 17 state lawmakers.
In the year they talk, we dey support Tinubu, we know they follow corner. Let it be very clear to everyone that the Renew Hope agenda is here with a vigor than you can imagine. We're out, we're ready to drive it to every door in every local government area of Rivers State.
I don't know who is supporting to follow corner.
Well, he was referring to you. Wouldn't that be a direct reference?
How could that be when the whole Nigeria knows that I'm my one supporter of Tinubu? What is Karakara? When I have stated openly
That is what I will do.
Defection became a recurring theme that swept through the PDP and some other opposition parties in 2025 as 8 governors, including Sheriff Ovoribori of Delta State, Umoheno of Akwa Ibom State, Enugu's Peter Mba Doyediri of Bayelsa State, Abu Kefas of Taraba State, Caleb Muftuang of Plateau State, and similarly Fubara of Rivers State, all defecting to the APC, except Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke, who pitched a tent with the Accord Party. The gale of defection now leaves the PDP with governors Sheyi Makinde of Oyo State, Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State, Dauda Lawal of Zamfara State, and Amadu Fintiri of Adamawa State, while the party's number of senators reduced to about 24, while APC's strength increased to about 77. As APC's control spread across state, coalition plot formed under the African Democratic Congress (ADC) to unseat President Tinubu in the 2027 presidential election soon began as former ministers Rauf Aregbesola, Rotimi Amechi, and Nasir El-Rufai left the APC, while former Senate President David Mark and former Vice President Atiku Abubakar also left the PDP. Their defections from the PDP were linked to the ongoing leadership crisis, which has given rise to the Wike-led faction and the Makinde-led faction, both of whom have produced chairmen and secretaries. The crisis now pits the 2 former allies, Mr. Wike and Governor Makinde, against each other as the Oyo State Governor withdraws its support for President Tinubu, making a bold statement about his qualification to contest the presidency.
And that is why I will not be supporting the president for 2027. Wike can support him, he's within his right, but also it is within my own right to decide within the political space who I will support or what I will do to serve this country at the highest level. I am qualified. I'm even overqualified.
Earlier, Speaker of the Osun State House of Assembly, Adewale Egbedun, warned Governor Sheyi Makinde against using Osun State as a tool to promote his presidential ambition after a factional PDP primary election was held in the state.
If Governor Sheyi Makinde is desperate to become president come 2027, he should use another state as a tool, not Osun State.
Away from the defection row, another major political development in 2025 was the November 8 Anambra State governorship election, the first major election conducted by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, under its new chairman, Joash Amupiton, where the incumbent governor, Chukwuma Soludo of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, was re-elected. At the National Assembly, a major political event that rocked the nation's parliament was the suspension of the Kogi Central Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan for 6 months over alleged misconduct after the senator accused Senate President Godswill Akpabio of sexual harassment. The year also witnessed the resignations of Defense Minister Badaru Abubakar on health grounds, Uche Naji, the Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, over alleged certificate forgery, while Nentawe Yotwada, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, resigned from President Tinubu's cabinet to chair the APC. Sadly, 2025 saw Nigeria lose prominent figures like former President Muhammadu Buhari, former presidential spokesman Doyin Okupe, foremost nationalist and leader of the Pan-Yoruba socio-cultural group Afenifere, Chief Ayo Adebanjo, prominent Ijaw leader Edwin Clark, and Deputy Governor of Bayelsa State Lawrence Erujapo. Others include former Osun APC chairman and the 30th Owa of Igbajo, Oba Adegboyega Famodun, Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Professor Shinyo Oyeweso, among others. Similarly, Lagos' political landscape witnessed tragic death as 5 female local council officials, including 3 councillors, died within 3 months of their inauguration. As Nigeria moves into 2026, more political developments that will shape the polity are expected, while the outcomes of 2 governorship elections in Osun and Ekiti State will define the political landscape in those.
In the meantime, the federal government has refuted claims of a clandestine multi-agency operation aimed at unlawfully arresting, detaining, or persecuting prominent opposition politicians. The government labeled a viral document on the matter as fabricated and part of deliberate misinformation. The controversial document, which has been circulating on social media and other platforms, allegedly described a special task force codenamed ADP4 VIP involved the anti-graft agencies, including the EFCC. It's claimed the task force, purportedly coordinated by the Office of the National Security Advisor, was designed to target high-profile opposition figures in the bid to weaken opposition political activity ahead of the 2027 general elections. But in a press release issued today, The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, the government denied the existence of such program. Denying existence of the task force, the federal government added that the administration of President Bola Tinubu is firmly focused on its core agenda, implementing measurable economic reforms, defeating insecurity, expanding trade opportunities, and restoring investor confidence. In another development, President Bola Tinubu has insisted the implementation of the new tax laws will commence on January 1 as planned, despite criticisms from opposition and pressure groups. In a statement, Tinubu said the tax laws are not designed to raise taxes, but rather to support a structural reset, drive harmonization, and protect dignity while strengthening the social contract. He stated that the reforms are a once-in-a-generation opportunity to build a fair, competitive, and robust fiscal foundation for the nation, calling for support from all Nigerians as the tax laws will take effect in a few days. He noted that the administration is aware of the public discourse surrounding alleged changes to some provisions of the laws, but no substantial issue has been established that warrants a disruption of the reform process. And moving on, the Kebbi State government has provided clarification regarding the incident at the General Hospital in Bagudo that occurred early this morning. In a statement signed by Yahya Sarki, the special advisor to Governor Nasir Idris on media and publicity, it was emphasized that the explosion was caused by fire, not a bomb blast, as was widely speculated and reported on social media. Sarki explained that the clarification came from the Secretary to the State Government, who confirmed that the preliminary findings indicated the loud explosion originated from a fire incident within the hospital staff quarters. The SSG further stated that the state government is working closely with the police and other security agencies who have since taken full control of the situation. It further reassured residents that there were no casualties, noting that while a building has been affected, all occupants safely evacuated the area before the explosion occurred. The Secretary to the State Government further urged the public to remain calm and avoid spreading unverified information that could cause unnecessary panic. Still to come, Nigerian Union of Journalists mourns 7 journalists killed in tragic Gombe road accident. We'll bring you on these when we return. Please stay with us.